Welcome to Trail Shoes Review. Today we're reviewing the brand new Topo MTN Racer 4. We were a massive fan of the MTN Racer 3. We feel that was one of the most underrated technical running shoes in the market, and they've made some major upgrades to the MTN Racer 4. So these are my wife's favourite, which you might see is a little bit smaller. Mine are currently covered in mud, so I thought we'd use these for the review. So first of all, we've got the same ZipFoam cushioning in the midsole, but they've made it a little bit firmer than the previous model and a little bit more responsive. We still have 33 mils in the rear foot, 28 in the forefoot, giving you that 5mm drop, and we've got the Vibram Megagrip outsole with 5mm lugs underneath. So we've got plenty of grip for different types of terrain. We've took it out on some muddy terrain, no problem at all handling that. We took it out on our Alps routes outside, so no problem with more technical terrain, more downhill terrain, and the muddy terrain, as you say, it transitions nicely through it. So it's an excellent technical option overall. In terms of the amount of support that you get, well, we've got some sidewalls on the inside and on the outside of the shoe which come up, cradle your foot, keep it nice and centered in the shoe. We've got a broad base of support to increase the amount of contact that you have with the ground, and that gives you stability whether you're moving laterally, downhill, or changing direction. So really lots of grip underfoot and a broad base underneath to keep you nice and stable. And then as we move on to the fit, we've got Topo's classic design and what we feel is the best fit on the market. So we've got a nice snug fit on the heel and in the midfoot, and then it broadens out nicely in the forefoot, which gives you plenty of space for your toes to splay. So this is how our feet should fit on shoes anatomically. So Topo do a great version of this compared to other brands where they keep it really wide throughout the shoe. So snug fit on the heel and the midfoot, nice and broad in the forefoot, it true to size and length. And on top of the shoe we've got some protectors around the front of the shoe, just on the overlay to reduce that abrasion and to help increase the longevity of the shoe. And then we've got plenty of flex on the front of the shoe, so it may be an issue if you kick a rock or a branch. However, for the majority of you shouldn't have any problems. The main thing is having that protection around both sides and on top. We've got an engineered mesh on top of the shoe, and we've got a padded tongue on top with a classic double loop to keep the shoe in place and keep the tongue in place. They've adopted a new FKT insole on the inside of the shoe with TPU beads, so this is similar to what we see in the Innovate Trailfly. So it's a really responsive inner sole, but in addition to that, while it adds comfort, it also drains quicker, so when it gets wet it has a membrane around it, which means that the water flows off it quicker, so you get that drying sensation while you run in the shoe, even in wet conditions. So if you hit a big puddle by accident, you're going to drain faster throughout the shoe. So it's an excellent option if you're looking for a shoe that's a little bit on the heavier side, coming in around 295 grams for a size 9 men's US, but it's an excellent option for longer distance trail running, muddy terrain, technical terrain. It does it all. Not especially a good option if you wanted a road to trail shoe, just because the lugs are a little bit too long. Not to say that you can't do it, but we just found with the Vibram Megagrip they tend to wear down quite quickly if you run on them on asphalt or on concrete. So overall, an excellent update that didn't move too far away from the MTN Racer 3. We've got the same outsole, we've got a more responsive, springier midsole, we've got a same Topo fit on top of the shoe, we've got a bit more comfort in the TPU insole inside the shoe, and we've got a slight adaptation to the gaiter on the back, which is a double ring gaiter with the pull on tab at the back and the ring on the front of the shoe. So an excellent option overall for us, still one of the most underrated technical terrain trail shoes on the market. If you have any questions on them, please drop in the comment section below. We've got links to them in the description below if you want to check out the latest prices. Definitely worth checking out in our opinion. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Like and share and subscribing makes a massive difference to us.